How many has never seen the youth choir perform ever? A few. How many of you have seen them before? Okay, good. There's about 50 of you there in Switzerland. I'm not voting. I'm not going to vote. Well, either case, you're going to be blessed. And I'm going to keep this really short tonight because I know you want to hear the young people and see the young people. But those of you that aren't aware, they start in January. So they've been doing this a long time. They start in January. The kids start in January. Melissa and Ben start much earlier than that. But they start rehearsing in January, learning all the songs and learning the skits. So they've been going at it a really long time. And they've been performing locally since March, end of 1st of April. I forget. We lost track. And traditionally, Palm Springs is our last stop before we continue on. And we continue on with a mission trip. And that's where we'll be heading Friday. And that is in Jacksonville. And we like to tell everyone and make sure everyone understands these kids aren't going on a vacation. They're going on a mission trip. And so all the places that they'll be singing will be at rehab centers, homeless shelters, places like that. And then all week long, they'll be serving at those places as well, putting in a lot of hard work. And so they give up a whole week of their summer to do that. And it's always a blessing. It's a blessing for me to be a part of it. And I know that you're going to be blessed tonight, just as everyone else has been. And I'll simply say that no matter where you're at, what station in life you're in, you're going to see yourself tonight. You're going to see yourself in one of the songs that you hear, one of the skits. You're going to say, you know what, that used to be me. Or that might be you right now. Or you might be going through that later. But in either situation, just pay attention to the words. That's what we tell the students from day one, is allow the words to come across their hearts long before it come across their lips. And so we just ask that you filter that through your heart, because we never take anything for granted that just because we're in a church that everyone here knows Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior. And what they've got to say to you tonight is through song, which is biblically based, which is from the Word of God. And so we want you to pay attention, and we want you to enjoy these young people as they perform pieces.
Picking up toys on the living room floor for the 15th time today. Matching up socks, sweeping up lost Cheerios that got away. Put a baby on your hip and color on your lips and head out the door. While I may not know you, I bet I know you. Wonder sometimes, does it matter at all? Well, let me remind you, it all matters just as long as you do
everything you do to the glory of the one who made you. 'Cause he made you to do every little thing that you do to bring a smile to his face. Tell the story of grace, every move that you make, every little thing you do. Oh, 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 oh.
Maybe you're that guy with a suit and tie. Maybe your shirt says your name. You may be hooking up mergers, cooking up burgers, but at the end of the day, little stuff, big stuff, in between stuff, God sees it all the same. While I may not know you, I bet I know you. Wonder sometimes, does it matter at all? Let me remind you, it all matters just as long as you do
everything you do to the glory of the one who made you. 'Cause he made you to do every little thing that you do to bring a smile to his face. Tell the story of grace, every move that you make, every little thing you do.
Maybe you're sitting in math class, maybe on mission in the Congo, maybe you're working at the office, singing along with the radio.
Maybe you're done it at a bar stop, feeding orphans in the Yarmouth, anywhere and everywhere that you are.
Whatever you do,
it all matters.
Just do what you do.
Don't ever forget
to do
everything you do to the glory of the one who made you. 'Cause he made
Welcome to The Peace is Right with your host, Barb Barker, the new game show fashioned by the ultimate puzzle maker, where the points don't matter and we don't keep score. And now, here's the host with the most, Barb Barker.
Welcome to The Peace is Right. I'm your host, Barb Barker. This is the game show where points don't matter and we don't keep score. It's fashioned after God's style. He is the ultimate puzzle maker after all. The goal of our contestants is to recognize the gifts, the uniqueness, talents, and purposes given to them by God and see where they fit into the big picture. Now, let's meet our contestants. Jesse, come on down. Emily, come on down. Randy, come on down. And Paige. So, contestants, tell us a little about yourselves and why you picked the puzzle pieces you did.
Hey, I'm Jesse. I'm mostly here for the prizes. I feel like I know my roles pretty well. I think it's pretty obvious how I'm gifted. I picked this big, strong piece right here because it represents my presence in the big picture. I'm pretty valuable, you know.
Hi. My name's Emily. I go to church and discipleship classes, but I usually don't say much when I'm there. At work, I like to help others reach their goals, but I like to stay in the background and let them do the important things. They do such a good job. I can never do that well. Well, I picked this piece because it was still there when everyone else was done picking their pieces. But that's okay. I like it.
Hey, I'm Randy. Honestly, I don't know why I'm here. I thought it was a good idea at the time. I was invited by a friend, but now I'm not so sure. All this talk about puzzles and pieces and God's plan for pieces. I picked this piece. I don't know why. It just makes me feel good.
Oh, sweetie, don't worry. I'll help straighten you out. Ha! I'm Paige. I picked a lot of pieces because I do a lot of things. At church, I organize the nursery during services. I sing in the choir, and I counsel unwed mothers. I picked out the tile for the Senior Citizen Center and even helped put it down. Oh, I just do it all. So if any of you need anything, just let me know. I'd be glad to help.
Well, there you have it, folks, our contestants. Will Jesse be able to fit that big piece into the picture? Can Emily find her place? What will we learn about Randy? Will Paige find her place before she finds everyone else's? They each hold an individual piece, but can they work together to fit it into God's picture? Romans 12:4-5 tells us, just as each of us has one body with many members, and the members do not all have the same function, so in Christ we who are many form one body, and the members belong to one another. In the end, will we have a complete picture, or will we still be left with a puzzle? We'll start putting pieces together right after this.
If you don't take the time to plan for retirement, you won't have any money. You don't have any money, your kids won't visit you in the nursing home. Your kids don't visit you in the nursing home, you will become depressed. If you become depressed, you'll take extreme measures to make yourself happy. You take extreme measures to make yourself happy, you'll attempt to play football with the neighborhood kids. You do that, you fall and look like a fool. You fall and look like a fool, you hide your head in shame. You hide your head in shame, crazy woman in 2B will shave what's left of your hair. Don't let the crazy woman in 2B shave what's left of your hair. Save for retirement.
It's a complex puzzle you call your life. It's an uphill climb, it's a constant fight, and it wears you down. Feeling like you're alone, like you don't belong, and you won't be loved if you don't measure up, and you wear your scars like they're who you are. Give him your wounds, your bruised and broken pieces, all your questions, all your secrets. You don't have
And welcome back. Our first game is it's not trivia. It is a fill in the blank style game. I'll read a Bible verse, and if you know the missing word, buzz in and you'll get a chance to put your piece up on the board. Are you ready? Right. Matthew 23:12. Those who exalt themselves will be blanked, and those who blank themselves will be exalted.
I know. I happen to know because just last Sunday, as I was reading to our blind church members,
Well, were you really just going to keep on letting her babble on like that? All right, first piece on the board. Let's do this.
I'm sorry, Jesse, but you didn't buzz in. Your answer was correct, but it can't be counted.
I knew the answer. I just wanted to see if anyone else would buzz in before I did. So can I go put my piece on the board?
Do you guys always act like this?
Some of us have more important things we're doing. Now, ask another question, and let's get on with it.
Alrighty. Psalm 51:17. My sacrifice, O God, is a blank spirit.
Broken.
I think there's a lot more to be said there.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, God gives us so that we can serve Him, but sometimes we want a bigger piece. We want a different piece. We just want more. It takes brokenness and humility before God so that He can put our pieces together where they need to be. Go ahead and put your piece up on the board.
It isn't going to fit.
Unless
it's broken.
What a relief. The first piece is up on the board. Who will find their place next? We'll find out right after this.
I just can't get a mortgage for my house.
Dad, you should talk to the lemon tree people. They'll give you a lump sum.
That's a good idea. I think I'm going to call them. Hello? Yeah, can you get me a mortgage for my house, please? All right, thank you. You should be here anytime now.
Lemons? They gave you a lump sum of lemons?
But
Hey, we're the lemon tree people. It's what we do.
Now I want you to make me some lemonade.
Sometimes it feels like I'm watching from the outside. Sometimes it feels like I'm breathing. But am I alive? I will keep searching for answers that aren't here to find.
And we're back with more of the Piece is Right. Our next game is a trivia style game. I'll ask a question.
I love trivia. I designed a trivia game for our senior citizen center, and it was a smash.
I don't think I belong here.
Don't worry, God has a plan for all of us, including you. Just hang in there. All right, our first question. What percentage of Christians feel like their gifts are unused? Yes, Jesse.
I actually don't know.
Anyone else? Anybody?
80?
Yes, amazing. How'd you know?
Well, that's because I'm one of them, but that's okay. I know a lot of people like Paige over there. It must be so exciting to know one's gifts and talents so clearly, but it looks exhausting.
Well, hopefully it won't be too exhausting for you to come and put your piece up on the board.
Oh, that's okay. I'm just blessed to be a part of the game at all.
Romans 8:28 tells us, that's not it. God works for the good of those who love him and are called according to his purpose. That message is for you too. Come on, you have a piece to play in this too. Let's see where you fit. We'll be back right after a message from our sponsors.
With notatharmony.com, we'll help you find that certain someone you've been looking for your whole life. Take a look at this happy couple.
Thanks to notatharmony.com, Steve and I have had 5 years of wedded bliss.
Help me get away from this crazy woman.
Honey, be quiet. You're embarrassing me.
Someone, anyone, help.
Just forget you saw that. You'll probably be luckier than this poor man.
You don't have a job, don't pay your bills, won't buy you a home in Beverly Hills. Won't fix your life in 5 easy steps. Yeah, ain't the law of the land or the government, but it's all you need, and love will hold us together, make us a shelter to weather the storm, and I'll be my brother's keeper, so the whole world will know that we're not alone. It's waiting for you, knocking at your door. In the moment of truth, when your heart is the floor, and you're on your knees, and love will hold us together, make us a shelter to weather the storm, and I'll be my brother's keeper, so the whole world will know that we're not alone. This is the first day of the rest of your life. This is the first day of the rest of your life. 'Cause even in the dark you can still see the light. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. This is the first day of the rest of your life. This is the first day of the rest of your life. 'Cause even in the dark you can still see the light. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. And love will hold us together, make us a shelter to weather the storm, and I'll be my brother's keeper, so the whole world will know that we're not alone.
Welcome back to The Piece is Right. I thought it was great to see Emily learn that she was an important piece of God's picture. Now, for our next game, I'll need a volunteer who still has a puzzle piece.
Sweetie, this should be you. I have so many pieces over here, and you just have that one. I should really wait until everyone else puts their piece on the board, and then I can fill in all the holes. This is your shot. We have a volunteer.
Yes, Randy, come on.
Look, I don't know about all this.
All of what?
Any of this. I thought I was coming to win a prize.
Maybe you are going to win a prize.
How? I don't know anything about Bible verses or church groups, and I didn't know any of the answers to any of those questions. Grumpy, bashful, and happy over there obviously have something that I don't. How can I be a piece when I feel like I'm missing a piece?
Jeremiah 29:11 tells us, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future." That message is for everyone, including you. You've been a part of this all along. How about we skip the games for a minute and see if we can at least find where you fit? That one.
Side of life, your dreams and vision shattered, you are broken inside. You don't have to stay in the shape that you're in. The potter wants to put you back together again. Oh, the potter wants to put you back together again.
You who are broken, stop by the potter's house. You who need mending, stop by the potter's house. Give him the fragments of your broken life. My friend, the potter wants to put you back together again. In case your situation has turned upside down and all that you've accomplished, it's now on the ground. Well, you don't have to stay in the shape that you're in. The potter wants to put you back together again. Oh, the potter wants to put you back together again. You who are broken, stop by the potter's house. You who need mending, stop by the potter's house. Give him the fragments of your broken life. My friend, the potter wants to put you back together again. together again.
And we're back. What a show we're having. I thought it was really something to see Randy learn that she was a part of the puzzle by design instead of by accident. Now, we have one final spot on the board and one final piece.
Actually, I have a lot of pieces.
Let's see if we can find that one special piece, the one unique gift that God gave you. We can give the other pieces to the other contestants.
No. You see, I've worked really hard for some of these and had them a really long time. I think I'll just hold on to them. I really don't mind playing so many parts.
Then let's change the game we have you play then. I want you to walk towards the game board, and each time you pass the contestant, pass off one of your puzzle pieces. Choose carefully. You should be left with one piece by the time you get to the board.
I just don't understand. I've always played so many parts. And I did it all for God. Why am I left with just one piece?
It's great that you're so devoted and you do everything for God, but He designed you to be one piece. When we surrender to His will, instead of trying to please Him with all of our plans, we get to live in the sweet spot, that snug little spot designed just for us. Go ahead and put your piece up on the board. And there's our picture. We'll be back right after this.
Are you sick of thin lips? Do you want that pouty look? Well, want no more. My name is Teresa, and I'm the inventor of the first ever Possum Fat Lip Gloss. The possum's greasy fat makes your lips shine, and because the possum is a scavenger, the diseases it carries makes your lips bulge out, giving you that Angelina Jolie pout. Why spend thousands of dollars to get them surgically enhanced when you can just shoot possum right out of your tree? Call now.
Make me broken so I can be healed, 'cause I'm so callous now I can't feel. I wanna run to you with heart wide open. Make me broken, make me empty so I can be filled, 'cause I'm still holding onto my will, and I'm completed when you are with me. Make me empty till you are
my one desire, till you are my one true love, till you are my breath, my everything. Lord, please keep making me.
make me lonely so I can be yours, till I want no one more than you, Lord. 'Cause in the darkness I know you will hold me. Make me lonely
Till you are my one desire, till you are my one true love, till you are my breath, my everything. Lord, please keep making me.
we're back. Just take a look at that picture. So, contestants, how do you feel about the work you've done here?
Well, I'm glad I was able to learn that God had his design long ago. He created everyone to be a piece of the puzzle. He created us with different gifts, talents, and roles, all according to his will. It's actually kind of a relief to be content with the role I was designed for. It was exhausting trying to be the most important piece all the time.
Well, I learned that I was worthy to be a piece of the puzzle. I was designed to fulfill a specific role, and without me, that role would never be filled. Without me, that puzzle would still be missing a piece.
Putting that puzzle together taught me to surrender to the purpose God has for me. I don't have to snatch up everyone else's pieces to please him. I should be content in my designed role. It is his puzzle after all. I am just one piece among the many pieces needed for a complete picture.
I'm happy to be a part of this puzzle madness. I actually had fun, and it feels good to know that God has a plan for me. I still don't know what it is, and I still feel like something's missing. Anybody could have put that puzzle piece up there. Why me?
Excellent question. So, do you think that the picture is complete? Yeah. Well, you're wrong.
What?
Oftentimes, how a man sees a picture is not how God sees it. I can understand how it's very confusing to be looking at a complete picture that's still a complete puzzle. But honestly, one of you still has something to offer. There's a piece missing up on the board, and there's a piece missing inside of one of you. We'll see if our contestants can figure it out after this.
Shining bright, a gentle wind was blowing my way, not a storm cloud inside. Then suddenly, without warning, a storm surrounded my life. But even in the storm, I could feel a calm, and here's the reason why. I know the peace speaker. I know him by name. I know the peace speaker. He controls the wind and waves. When he says peace, be still, they have to obey. I'm glad I know the peace speaker. Yes, I know him by name. There's never been another man with the power of my friend. By simply saying, peace, be still, you can calm the strongest wind. And that's why I never worry when storm clouds come my way. I know that He is near to drive away my fear.
So, contestants, have you figured it out?
Oh, I think the picture's fine. You still want to give us our prizes.
Well, at least it was a good experience up until we were all wrong.
Come on, guys, let's fix it.
Hey guys, wait. I think I'm starting to figure all this out. All day today I've been hearing about how the pieces fit together and how pieces work together. Well, if we're all pieces in God's puzzle and we're supposed to work together for His purpose, then maybe we went about building this puzzle all wrong. We've been trying to do it one at a time, individually. Well, maybe we should try doing it together.
And now the picture changes. 1 Peter 4:10 tells us, each of us should use the gifts God has given us to serve others, faithfully administering God's grace in its various forms. Now, I think you have a puzzle to build. But remember, without that one special thing that holds it all together, all these pieces are just loud, selfish gifts. Now, build your puzzle. I see you're holding on to that piece. Do you need any help?
Watching all these other contestants just makes me want what they have, but I just don't have it all together. I don't see how this piece could work with them.
That's the beauty of the picture. That cross reminds us that Jesus died for all of our broken pieces. Because of God's love, He made a way through Jesus' death and resurrection so that all of our broken pieces can be put back together where they need to be. How great is that? The Creator of the universe needs you to trust Him with your piece.
I've never thought about it like that before. It's like Emily has learned that we're all needed to carry out the message of Jesus. And like Jesse, I need to give Jesus all my broken pieces and let Him create new life in me. I know I can't do it by myself, and I'm so tired of trying. I want to ask Jesus to come into my life and let His love put me back together.
Hold me, make me, love me, God. It's you who gave me life.
extra pieces I had?
I think I can help. I've been holding on to this. I was missing piece, and I was the missing piece. But I found both when I started to see Jesus in all of you. I now know that God has a plan for me, and Jesus was willing to be broken on that cross so I could be a part of that plan.
As always, when we surrender to God's will, we learn that God's peace is the peace that's right. Consider this. Maybe he has a piece that he wants you to play in his puzzle. Would you consider taking his piece?